Okay, this is year 9 notes, and we're looking at unit 8, and it's straight line graphs. So just a few examples then of those, and just a bit of an introduction to it. So to find the coordinates of a point on the line when given one of the coordinates, we need to substitute the given coordinate into the equation. When doing this, there are 3 steps. Write out the equation, substitute in our values, solve for the unknown. So find the y coordinates of the point on the line y equals minus 8x, whose x coordinates are 7. So this gives us a straight line. We'll talk more about that in the next couple of pages. But if we have the x coordinate, and you guys should be familiar with coordinates, there's an x coordinate and a y coordinate. We're trying to find the y coordinate. To find if we have the x coordinate, we substitute that in. So anytime we see an x, we exchange it here for a 7. So let's follow what it says here. Write out equation. Y equals minus 8x. So, and we know now from algebra that's minus 8 times x. So we now exchange our x for a 7. So it's minus 8, and then that's going to be times 7. I put it in the bracket. Of course, you could write times 7. That's going to be fine. And then minus 8 times 7 then gives us minus 56. So incidentally, you don't need to write this bit, but just so we know and recognize it, then that would be the point 7 minus 56. So we would go across the x-axis 7 and then down 56. Similarly then for minus 3, y equals minus 8x. Y equals minus 8 multiplied by minus 3. I'm just doing it a different way from this just to kind of show that you can do it both ways here. Minus 8 times minus 3 then gives us a positive 24. Again, you don't need to write this bit, so it'll be the point minus 3, 24. But this is our y coordinate here, it's going to be 24. Next wee bit then, find the x coordinates of the point on the line y equals a third x, whose y coordinates then are 2. So write it out, y equals a third of x. And instead of exchanging our x coordinate here, because we're trying to find the x coordinate, we're given the y coordinate. We're going to 2 equals a third x. You can do this a couple of different ways really, but if we have a third of x and we want x, we would multiply both sides by 3. If you multiply this by 3, you get 6. You multiply this by 3, you're going to get x. So the x coordinate we want then is going to be 6. So that would be the point 6, 2. So across 6 and up 2. Finally then for minus 7, write out our equation. Y equals a third x. Minus 7 equals a third x. And then times in both sides then by 3. Minus 21 equals x. So we're going to have the point minus 7 minus 21. Plotting a line then from its equation. If we're given an equation and asked to plot the line, we have to find the coordinates of some of the points on the line. We make a table of values, that's what this bit is, and from this we plot the points. We then join the points to form our line. Draw the graph of y equals 2x over the values from minus 4 to 4. It gives us 3 here, so I'm going to pick just 2 points in between. So we're going to pick minus 4, I'm just going to pick 0, and then I'm going to pick 4, and then plot those 3 points. It should give us a straight line, and we'll draw it then from there. If x is minus 4, 2 times minus 4, so I'm exchanging my x here for a minus 4. 2 times minus 4 gives us minus 8. If x is 0, 2 times 0 gives us 0. And if x is 4, I exchange my x for a 4. 2 times 4 is going to give me 8. I've gone ahead and already plotted this. This is quite a kind of a heavy looking graph here. The print's quite hard, so I've gone really heavy. So you can see my axes here. This is my y-axis. This is my x-axis. There's the 4 quadrants, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is their origin here. This is the point 0, 0. And then I've done a scale of then 2, 4, 6, 8, minus 2, minus 4, minus 6, 8, and then going like that, just because I know that's what we need for it to fit in. So what about the point minus 4, minus 8? X coordinate minus 4, y coordinate minus 8. So go minus 4, minus 8. So that then would be this point here. Next point then is 0, 0. And my next coordinate then is 4, 8. So 4 across and 8 up. If I join in those 3 points, I'm not sure if you can quite see that bottom one, but hopefully we're okay. And a wee bit of advice is don't just join the 3 points up, draw the line all the way through the graph. So notice where I'm extending it there, all the way through. And the name of that line then is y equals 2x. And let's do one more example. So this one is, there's a wee mistake here. It should be kind of y equals 3x plus 3. And it says here to take the x values in of -4, -1 and 3. So somebody's already done that for us, and that's okay. And again, I've already set the graph up here. I've done nice thick lines to show my axes, and I've done a similar scale then the last time because I know that's going to fit in the graph that we need. Let's sub in our values and see how we get. If x is -4, that means in this I exchange my x for a -4. 3 times -4 is -12, plus 3 is -9. So the point -4 -9 is going to be on. -1, 3 times -1 gives me -3. -3 plus 3 actually gives us 0. And then if x is 3, 3 times 3 is 9, plus 3 is 12. So I have my 3 points, and hopefully then I'll be able to fit them all and see how I get on. So the first one is -4 -9. So there's -4, and if I go down to -9 here, it's going to be this point here. Next one is -1, 0. -1 is going to take me to, let me see, is that 2 there? So I want to get this right. So there's my -1 there, and it's 0 up. So we have that point there. And then my last point then is 3, 12. So across 3 and all the way up then to 12. And so I end up then with that. Alright. Again, draw the line, not just joining the points, but so it goes all the way through the graph. And the name of that line then is y equals 3x plus 3. There's an extra wee question with this bit. Let's look and see. Use it to find y when x is -3. So we can do this in the graph. So if we go to where x is -3 and draw down, it's annoyingly halfway in between two things here, but I think we're going to be okay. And if x is -3, I go down and go across, and I think it hits there at -6. Can we see that? So part thing, when x equals -3, y equals -6. And then number 2, when x equals 2, let's see this one here. So here's 2 here. And again, hopefully we can see this okay. I'm going to go straight up from 2. Hopefully my graph's reasonably accurate. Go across here, and go across there, and that looks like it's going to hit then at 9. So y equals 9. Now incidentally, and we haven't really done it here, you can also substitute -3 into this formula here, and it's going to give you -6. Or substitute the 2 in here, and it's going to give you 9 as well, but it says use the graph to find where it is. So that's our straight line graphs.